afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bonnie Mbuli.
And I'm Jeannie D.
How are you, Miss J?
Oh, wonderful. There's only one more day left of the week, and then it's the weekend, so yeah.
But our weekend starts today, kind of, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, we work on Friday, but I mean, Friday's just always fun.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Afternoon Express show. We're so glad to be spending this afternoon with you. Our special guest today has enjoyed a career in the film industry for over a decade. Themba Ntuli has had the opportunity to work on a great number of local and international productions, such as Soul Buddyz and Mad Dogs, to name a few.
We also meet Bonolo Mataboge, who is the founder and head designer of AfriBlossom. She'll be showcasing her latest collection of plus-size fashion for Fashion Express Thursdays.
Plus, we chat to Mlondolozi Hempe from Gold Bottom Pots about her collaboration with Team R&K in the kitchen episode of Winner Home.
And later, we have SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay in the loft to chat about ways to avoid telephonic technical support scams. Now, remember to engage with us on our social media platforms and tell us what you consider as being fearless. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page.
Good afternoon, South Africa. My name is Balisa Dembe, and I'm alongside Chef Clem, who we're going to be cooking up a storm with together. What do you have in store for us today, Chef Clem?
Amagwinya, a salad, an iced tea, a flatbread. It's crazy.
You're overachieving this Thursday?
Have to.
I thought it's quarter to the weekend, so we're taking it easy?
Never.
Never.
One-word answers, but except now.
I'm looking forward to it, Chef Clem. Now, not only is Themba Ntuli a gifted actor, but he is a talented writer and director as well. Let's have a look at his latest role in his movie Frank and Fearless, which is set to premiere in cinemas nationwide tomorrow.
You know, I can taste Jira in here.
Is it here? Is it there?
It's definitely Jera.
You are insulting my cooking.
Hello, Riley.
We kidnap the ambassador and hold him prisoner until he stops the poaching of the rhinos.
Hello, Beauty. Hello, Fearless.
Go on, Philly. Thank you.
Hey, Sunny.
Are you allergic to pizza?
No, why?
Why did you eat our money? You've got to poop it out now.
He just keeps the rolling along.
Crazy times.
Frank and Fearless, wow.
Yeah.
Can you believe Leon Schuster is back? You know, I was in a Leon Schuster film so long ago. What was it called? Shucks. No, one of those.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was it like being in the latest Schuster movie?
Man, being in the latest Schuster film was such a blessing. I mean, you know, when they say count your blessings, like I've been counting, and this is another one of those. It's a dream come true. I've always watched him with Alfred and Ntombela, you know, and I remember watching Sweet and Short, and I was like, but I'm also short, you know? Like, hook a brother up.
You've been in the industry for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, we've watched you in almost every Leon Schuster film.
Yes,
and the last time I saw you, you were actually working behind the scenes on Last Face. So you also do a lot of production work on international productions.
Yeah.
You've built quite an impressive body of work. And when you started out, did you see your work becoming this? Or do you kind of just, as you go, make your decisions and make your plans?
Man, sure, that's a tough one because it's been a journey of a long, long time. As someone who is a man of faith, you know, just believing in God and just saying, okay, Lord, I don't know where I'm supposed to go right now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know, there was a time in my life where obviously the work stops. In our industry, the work stops at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it's like a checkpoint where you're supposed to like check yourself. So during that time, I was like, okay, Themba, you need to own this. You need to make it your own. You need to go out there and make it happen. And people don't realize that from the time I started to where I am today, it's taken a lot of hard work. It's taken sacrifice. It's taken prayers. I've cried, you know, for a long, long time, believing and hoping that, Lord, one day I will get to where I need to get. And by the grace of God, it's been happening. It's been happening, and it's still going to happen for a long time. Absolutely. But I've never for any one point looked back and said, you know what, it wasn't worth it, because life was worth it. Every moment of it, the good, the bad, the sad, the weaknesses, the troubles, everything that comes with it has made me who I am today. And I'm able to sit here in this couch looking at you two lovely ladies and tell you about my life, you know, and how exciting it's been. So,
That's so awesome.
yeah.
That's so
I could
awesome.
actually sit and listen to you tell stories about your life all day. You're amazing.
He's definitely a storyteller. Do you find, is there any particular role that you get typecast in?
Oh, definitely.
Which is?
Being a kid.
A kid! I wanted you to say that.
Yes.
I didn't want that to come from
No, because it's true.
Yeah.
Because it's true. You know,
Isn't that awesome, though?
It's
You
the
have to
best
stay
of
young
both worlds.
forever.
But at the same time, I feel like a part of South Africa hasn't really known my abilities, my capabilities, up until maybe I write something for myself.
Right.
Because I may play a kid, but it doesn't get easier with time, because as I grow older and mature much more, even in my mind, because when your mind matures, you leave childish things behind, and it's not easy for you to tap back into the kid in you and all of that. So it takes a lot of work for me to do that. But it is also a blessing, because I can still get roles, I can still do so much, I can work the hours, you know? So that's also exciting. But I feel like there's a lot more I can give to South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, God has downloaded a lot up in this body, and I believe that I can do, man, a lot of fantastic things if only given the chance. And also to break the typecast, to actually say that, yes, he may be small, but he is old. So he can be a detective, he can be a cop, he can be whatever. You know, can you imagine how different it would look, how cool it would look, you know? And people are just afraid to try that.
Yeah.
I think you do need to write your own story, though.
Perhaps.
Just to educate people on that, so that everybody does get perhaps a completely different perspective on it and knowledge on it, I suppose.
Do you find in your work, find yourself tempted to edge towards an activism?
I think it depends on what I believe. Like, for me, the biggest thing is, obviously being like a Christian, my biggest thing is that I always want to ensure that people know why they were born. Like, you gotta understand what is your purpose. It's useless for you to be in life. It's useless for you to just traipse around social media, Instagram, and not know who you are. If someone had to wake you up after taking a selfie and be like, yo, what are you doing in the next 5 years? Like, who are you? What were you born to do? And you're like, well, you know, I just love, like, television. That's not you. Be you. Do you. Whether the cameras are there or not, whether social media. Like, live the life that you would live if social media was not there. If Instagram, if no one knew you from Instagram, you gotta be the same person when you first post that picture. That's what I believe in.
100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just live life your most authentic self.
Exactly.
You're incredible. I want to watch you in everything.
Oh, don't get me preaching, Jesus. I'm about to start up in here.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Fantastic, man.
Themba is so passionate and so into his work. South Africa, everyone, let's go out and support local films tomorrow. Frank and Fearless, all cinemas nationwide. Now remember to engage with us on our social media platforms and tell us, what do you consider being fearless? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or comment on our Facebook page. Donut loves her treats. Now after the break, we head over to the kitchen for a refreshing Mayo pesto summer salad with the beautiful Lazy Makoti.
One, two, three. I thought you said say it again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's 6.
Am I cooking with you?
Yes, baby.
2 minutes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See.
Oh, did he tell you you have to put them away? Why are you... Did you put the beads away from you?
I did, because they click, click, click. On... Oh. Oh.
Happy birthday. So, did you fall into Sagittarius or you just out? You're on the really? Oh, you should have joined the winning team, Sagittarius. You both. I can see it's the bond, it's the connection. 1st of December. Yeah, so we birthday twins. Yeah, Zangas. I'm sure you gif. You gif if you just sit here.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be in anyone's way. More Sag, hey? Yeah, I could pick it up. Yeah, I see it.
It's such a long day.
You know that date where you... Yeah, you don't have a sting. Well, I haven't seen a sting in you. Yeah, you're very sad.
This morning,
yeah.
10:30.
Chilled, cool, calm. So do you also have a shop?
Today, yeah.
Add a Nola twist.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, this festive season, we're all about those delicious, fresh and quick meals that can be tossed together in a second, leaving more time to socialize and soak up the summer sun. And today, I'm so excited to welcome back my favorite, Lazy Makoti, who is here to show us how to add a creamy Nola twist to a Mayo pesto summer salad. Hello, my darling.
Hi, how are you?
Now, this is so my vibe, obviously, because, you know, I'm also a Lazy Makoti. But yes. I really love foods that are quick, easy, light, and this is also perfect for summer.
So this is the salad for you. It's nice and colorful, and of course we're creating our stir with our Nola mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So all you need is some nice colorful veggies. I added in here some couscous. I like that I have canned products, so just pop stuff from your pantry and then put them all together.
Exactly.
And then I've got my lovely basil leaves, and then my very creamy Nola mayonnaise goes in there. And then we're just gonna give that
up. Perfect. So and couscous is so fantastic for summer. It's so good they named it twice.
Okay. I have one that I made earlier, actually. And this is what I'm gonna use.
Is that what it ends up being like?
Yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. So
okay,
you want that beautiful...
I'll do that one afterwards.
So you want that beautiful green, but still very creamy color because of that Nola mayonnaise. Yeah. So mix that in there.
This you could use as a dressing
corn.
on anything, actually. What a great idea, mixing the mayonnaise with...
in a sandwich, you can use that. Yeah, so all those colorful, I like color, it's summer, it looks so beautiful on the table. And this you can also have tomorrow for like lunch.
Really? Because it does too. Oh my goodness, this is delicious.
I've got also some salt and pepper in here, so it's not only beautiful, but so, so tasty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What an absolutely amazing recipe. And if you would like this recipe sent directly to your phone, all you need to do is SMS the keyword NOLA to 33650. They will send you the recipe and, of course, the shopping list so that you can recreate this amazing summer salad. How fabulous.
How easy.
Yeah, what else can you throw in there? Like, you've got beans, you've got chickpeas, which are amazing.
Yeah.
Couscous.
So what I really like is that it's stuff that's already in your pantry.
Yeah.
And you just bulk up the salad and then add the creamy Nola mayonnaise and ta-da, we're done.
But you can really do any kinds of varieties. You know what would be amazing in there? Excuse me, sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to do a little search through this kitchen. We've got to have them somewhere.
Yeah,
amazing.
So like experiment, make it your own.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing recipe with us. Quick, simple and easy. For a link to this delicious summer salad recipe, SMS the keyword NOLA to 33650. Plus, every time you SMS, you are also entered into the grand prize draw to win a brand new stainless steel InstaView LG fridge worth 35,000 Rand. So the more you enter, the better your chances of winning. So make sure you get your SMSs in. Now, for another look at this delicious recipe, here's a quick recap.
salad looks absolutely irresistible. Now joining us in the kitchen after the break, we've got Professor Elaine Vlok, Mama Daphne in Oliphant, and Mama Selestien Moses, who are going to be cooking up a storm of delicious amagwinya. That's one of my favorites. I definitely can't wait for after the break.
Hi, Jeannie. Lovely to meet you. And Mama Daphne. How are you? We would you love us to eat? Jeannie will be on the end. Here we go. This is for you. Do you want to go?
And then will you pass it on to us? Thank you.
Yeah. I'm coming now. 1 minute. Can you count to 10 for me? One. Count to 10 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Count to 10 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sorry? Elaine Vlok. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome.
Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Clover Mama Africa is all about ukwaka isizwe, building and nurturing our nation. So the Clover Mama Africa initiative is about identifying women who are making a difference in their communities and providing them with income-generating skills to become self-sustainable. So joining us in our kitchen today is Professor Elaine Vlok, Mama Daphne Oliphant, and Mama Selestien Moses to cook up a storm of note of delicious amagwinya and to chat about this amazing project and its recent birthday. So if you would like to try this delicious recipe, simply SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Welcome to the loft, ladies.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
You all look very, very armed and geared and ready to take over. So tell me about this amazing initiative and why it was started.
Well, we really wanted to do something good in our communities. We wanted to thank those wonderful people out there who's buying our beautiful products over many years. So we started with 4 women initially. Now we have appointed 45 women. I think the wonderful thing is that we've empowered those women with skills, training and constant equipment. So they are really doing very well in their community. Say they will bake up a storm, they will have catering services, they do welding, they do hairdressing salons, so mosaic, quilt work. So there's a variety of things that they are doing, and with that they create an income and they make it better for the people that's living with them. We have women who have 177 people in their care, so you can think if it's one woman who can do it, that old saying of strike a woman and you strike a rock, I think that is wonderful. One of my late Clover Mama Africa's, Mama Lina Maluleke, used to say, women's hands are like gold. And I think that is what my mamas prove. They can do absolutely everything. They can multitask and they love what they are doing. And in so doing, they make a difference in the lives of the poorest of the poor.
What an incredible idea. And have you ladies noticed a difference in your communities?
Absolutely. Not only are you training or learning skills, but you're also making a difference in the life of the people working with you, creating an income, changing their lives, changing your community. So really, it is.
Exactly. Yes. Why do you think it's important to get involved actively in their communities and upskill, exactly what Clover's doing, to upskill and allow, give people the tools, I suppose, to make their lives better?
Well, I think if you find the women, it's about just having, learning a new skill.
Yeah.
They are shy, there's no confidence, but the moment when you start learning and teaching the women, it's amazing how they blossom. Oh. And the one thing I've learned is they need that pat on the back to know, wow, I can do it. And then it changes their lives. And the wonderful thing of our project is they go back and what they've been taught, they go back and they can teach other people, and so they uplift the whole community. Yeah. If you find these women, they are all working along with other people. They call it caregivers, helping them. And those people are all being fed. They receive a salary through the project. Clover, we are not paying them, but through the project and the mamas and the skills that they have received, they can pay these people. So the whole community is absolutely uplifted. It's not only that wonderful Mama Africa that's doing it, but it's selfless work, it's hard work. I think these mamas can vouch for it, the way that they are looking after people, what they stand for in the communities, because they are pillars. They are pillars of strength. It's amazing the work that they are doing.
Well, you've inspired me so much. Now, I love eating amagwinya, but I don't know how to make it. Okay. Clem has tried to teach me about 1,000 times, but it hasn't quite sunk. Okay. So let's upskill Jeannie. How do we start making today's
I'm going to talk. Okay, Mama Selestien she has put in a cake flour. Okay. Now she's just added a drop of a bit of salt, some sugar in there. Yeah. Some yeast, and that is quick yeast, and then a bit of butter. Yeah. And once that is done, we will add some lukewarm water. And then she will
Why is it important for it to be lukewarm?
Okay, lukewarm water is always 1/3 boiled water and 2/3 cold water. Okay. So that is the 100% success, to make sure that is absolutely lukewarm water. And if you use hot water, it will burn the yeast, and then you won't have a fat cook that will rise, or your dough won't rise. So that is very important.
And cold water equally won't let it bind as easily?
That won't, yeah, because it's the lukewarm that just make the yeast to make it active.
Okay, so and then I see what you're doing. You're adding it slowly, slowly, slowly.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So normally good. So Selestien will now knead the dough. Very important. Yeah. You need a good fat cook for about 20 minutes if it's by hand. Boy. When we have the luxury of a mixer, then you can go for 7 to 10 minutes or 12 minutes. But this now she will do it, say, for 20 minutes. So to hasten the process, we have finished already or prepared.
Don't worry about that,
That's
my doll.
right. So wonderful. Good. Now we are going to
the magic of TV.
Okay, now it has risen. You can see lovely. And now she's going to make you some fat cook and roll it into beautiful rolls. Yeah. And you can see it's nice and round. So, yeah, you can have different shapes, but that is the way that we love it. And you can already see how it's been risen. So it's lovely, the dough that we have done and prepared. Yeah. Good. And then I think it's over now to Mama Daphne, who will bake the fat cook. So now you can see how it has risen. So these small rolls are now that size. And then the oil must be the right temperature. When you have an electric one, normally the temperature is at 180. So, and Daphne will bake it now. And very important, you never turn a fat cook over before it's done on the one side. Okay. So once it's been baked on the in the oil on the one side, then Daphne will turn it over and do the other side, and then it's done. Also very important, a good fat cook is never a dark fat cook. It's absolutely light, beautiful. You want to put your teeth in it and duck in and eat it, bite it. So, okay, so Daphne?
What I want to tell you about fat cook, you know, we used to make fat cook Fridays, me and my children, and I think they are watching this program today. And we used to sell it. I have a lot of children on the university and colleges that I've helped with selling this fat cook on a Friday night. They would walk with buckets.
Can I tell you, my university days were all about eating fat cook. Bonnie and I saw it just now, and we thought, oi, there's our weakness in life. We cannot wait to get into it. Thank you so much for being here today and teaching us and telling us about your amazing initiative. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you so much.
So it's really women like these who make our country a better place, and a place which provides hope, I suppose, for a better future for those who have lost all hope. If you feel inspired by our Clover Mama Africas, then get involved. Go to clovermamaafrica.com to see how you can make a contribution.
Made with love by Clover.
In tonight's episode of Winner Home, the design duos are briefed on their final design challenge. And during the challenge, each of the teams gets to enlist the help of a local designer to collaborate on design pieces with. And today we have one of those designers in the loft, Mlondolozi Hempe. Welcome to the Afternoon Express.
Thank you for having me, Bonnie. Nice to be here.
Yeah. So your platform, Umongo, is quite distinctly African, and its roots are very strong in the African aesthetic. What inspired that, apart from you just being African?
I think Umongo is more trying to design for myself more than anything. Is where when you're a designer, you're trying to look for things that inspire you personally. Hence the name Umongo, which means basically, as Xhosa anyway, Umongo, where is like basically the inner core. So when you actually try and design for that, you're basically expressing yourself, what I enjoy, what I like to do. And then that basically, then people get to enjoy what I enjoy.
Yeah. So when the design duo came to you and said they wanted to collaborate with you, what were your thoughts?
Firstly, it was basically a bit of reluctance because sometimes collaborations don't go as one is as planned, but obviously there's opportunity in everything as well. So I might as well just give it a shot and see what happens. And to my surprise, we came up with brilliant products for the duos. So I was actually quite happy with the outcome.
Yeah, they look absolutely gorgeous. And
Yeah.
when they came to you, did they have like a set idea, or did you guys have to work through it together and like have an organic process of development?
One of the guys, Kiumile, had a strong basically idea of where he wanted to actually take this technique of weaving that his grandmother uses and want to bring that across into the whole aesthetic. So I wasn't sure how to do it. So I have this this concept of a chair that I've been working on, and we thought it would be a good marriage between those two items. We're basically using that technique and that chair. And the name of the product ended up being Kopano, which means a gathering place. And they were going to use it in the dining area as well. So it kind of made sense to actually infuse that idea of stools around the dining table. And with one of my bigger products called, it's a bench. And it worked well in the end together.
Yeah. I mean, those look absolutely gorgeous. I really hope they're going to be available for us to buy on your
It
platform.
will be available for everyone.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting myself a few. Thank you so much for joining us.
Cool. Thank you very much as well.
So catch all the action tonight at 7:30 on SABC3. And if you'd like to stand a chance of winning one of these fully decorated luxury homes, make sure you enter before the closing date on the 2nd of December by visiting privateproperty.co.za/winnerhome to vote for your favorite design duo.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, there's no time to lounge about for the design duos as they embark on their final room challenge with some of the most inspiring collaborations in the competition to date.
Yo, that's sick.
Okay, that's happening.
And the return of a familiar face.
Hello.
How are you? Watch all the design drama unfold on Winner Home, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3 with the repeat on Saturdays at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
I have to tell you, all this talk of design has me itching to redecorate my apartment. Now, Chef Kim's 5 Roses Peach and Apricot Iced Tea Punch is the perfect accompaniment to any summer party. It's refreshing crowd pleaser, bursting with fruity flavor, and it's guaranteed to impress your family and your friends. Chef Clem, after those amagwinya, you kind of need something ukwehlisa. In Zulu, you say ukwehlisa, to let it all sink down.
All right, and this is the ultimate drink. It's super chilled, super fragrant though. Peach and apricot, they go really well together, but they bring out the flavors in tea.
Yeah.
So I think that's the win-win, definitely. And we're using the amazing peach flavor right there. How amazing. Are you going to go for that? Ooh.
Fresh pack.
Okay, so we're going to go with it. So our fresh pack rooibos tea is going to go in, just like that. That's going to start permeating.
I love the flavor duo of the apricot and the peach, but I have yet to add chilies.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the cherries are quite unique because it's a little sour, a little sweet.
Yeah.
At the same time, and it adds so much flavor to it. That's going in just like that.
Oh,
and I'm using some of that syrup in there as well. like I would normally add honey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, totally gonna just use some of the syrup from the cherries.
Now, Chef Clem, with this recipe, it being December, it being festive,
Yeah.
is it okay to use this punch as a dash?
Absolutely.
A mixer.
Yes, absolutely yes, totally.
Okay.
So I say, if you want to, go for it.
If you want to, you can.
There we go. So I've got some tinned peaches and apricots together. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of that syrup in there, and that's going to sweeten it slightly, keeping some aside. What's going to happen is once it comes to a simmer, you're going to take the tea bags out, let the fruit cool inside the drink. Very important. Do that in the fridge as well.
Okay.
It's going to enhance the flavors, so everything that's going on inside there.
All right.
Then what you're going to do, nice and chilled, can you actually pour some of that into our
I'll be
glasses?
happy to.
And I kept some of the fruit aside for a reason.
Can I fill it right up?
There we go. Totally. I like adding fruit to our drinks.
Yeah, I said it last week that it's our version of our fruit salad, so we're still keeping it very healthy.
So,
I lied to myself.
some cherries going into the bottom, and that's fine. It's like a little treat at the end of the drink, and then mixing it up. I got some of the apricots, add the apricot to it as well.
Ooh,
Even better, freeze all your fruit, and then that'll become the ice cube.
Yes, yes, of course. That's how the tricks of the trade, to not dilute the flavors.
Yeah. There we go, those go in. The flavors just become insane. So if you're making this as a big punch in a massive bowl, what'll happen is people will take the ladle and they'll kind of fish for some of the iced tea. They kind of fish for some of the fruit at the bottom. It is the one.
Plump it into our
so
drink.
Good. You want to try it?
Yeah, let's have a taste.
It's really good. Cheers.
Oh, finally, I need this today. Ooh, it's perfect. It's not too sweet.
No.
Because I don't have that much of a sweet tooth. This is absolutely delicious and refreshing. Thank you so much, Chef Clem, for hooking us up in the kitchen again. Now, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe of the 5 Roses Peach and Apricot Iced Tea Punch, all you need to do is SMS the keyword 5 Roses to 33650 and you'll receive the link to the recipe. Now, SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs apply, and visit afternoonexpress.co.za.
New 5 Roses fruit infusions are bursting with juicy, fruity flavor that can be enjoyed hot or cold, and it's naturally caffeine-free. Because nobody makes better tea than you and 5 Roses.
So after the break, we chat to SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay on how to best avoid telephonic technical support scams. I know it's a mouthful, but you're about to find out what it is. Plus, we prepare a delicious, savoury flatbread, perfect for festive entertaining. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Cybercriminals can convince victims over the phone to visit legitimate websites and download remote access control software that will allow them to take control of the computer remotely and adjust settings to leave the computer vulnerable. We have SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay back in the loft to explain how to avoid these telephonic technical support scams so that we don't become a victim. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, Bonnie.
What actually is a telephonic technical support scam?
Well, what actually happens is basically social engineering at work again. You know, criminals using those techniques to try and manipulate people. So what happens is that they pick up telephone numbers from directories, they pick it up from different sources, and they call random people knowing that most people will have access to some kind of operating system on their computer or on their devices. As an example, Microsoft, you know, most people would have. So they would call and they purport to be a technical support person. They would convince the person of their qualifications or as to who they are, come across all very professional. And they then communicate to them that they've picked up, the company's picked up some kind of virus or some kind of problem with the software, and as a result, they want to contact the users of the system and enable them to deal with this issue. So it all sounds very convincing when they come across. And then they say to you, look, we're going to talk you through how to deal with this. And then what they actually do is then they ask you to log onto your computer. They then tell you to go to a particular site. They'll give you the site. You go onto it, and it's a usually legitimate site.
Right. So everything's in order.
Yes, everything's in order. So it's a legitimate site. You go on it, and this particular site would have what we call remote access control tools. So you now don't know that you're giving them that. You just think that it's the fix for the problem that you've been told about. And so you go in and you then follow their instructions and you download this particular tool or software. And what it does is that it gives them control, remote control over your device. And they can, at a later stage or at any other time now, come in and do whatever they want to. They can load malware, remotely load malware onto your device, which of course will communicate sensitive information to them. And at the end of the day, what are they after? They're after your banking details. So if you merrily sitting in your home thinking, well, now I'm so secure that even a technician called me to update all of this, you actually should never, ever accept a call from somebody who's telling you that you need to update your software. For one, just put the phone down immediately. Also, what they do is that they may even use another tactic. And what they could do is they'd call and they'd say, look, you need to download the latest security patch. It's going at quite a reduced price at the moment. We've picked up all these vulnerabilities. Please go in. In fact, you can do it yourself. You don't even have to give us your card details. And they may even tell you to convince you that if we give you your card details, they'll say, you know, you have to protect yourself. Don't give anybody your card details. So already you start feeling comfortable. And then they get you to download something and pay, and they say you can go onto this site, do the payment yourself, do an EFT, and you think, well, I'm safe at least.
I'm safe, I'm in control,
So what you've just done is you've actually paid the fraudster to scam you, you know. And so, again, just be mindful of the fact that you should always update your devices with the latest security patches. Do it where you, on your device, it'll come up, it'll tell you where. If not, you can go to authentic sites. If you feel there's a problem with your device or your computer, go to a proper security software company and let them, but contact them yourself. Don't let somebody call you and download. So,
and also, like, don't let people pressure you into things on the phone or making a quick decision or whatever.
Absolutely.
So if someone has fallen prey to a scam like this, what's the recourse? What can they start doing?
Well, look, for one, if you think now that you've done that, you need to get somebody to look at your device very quickly so that they could delete all of those, whatever you've downloaded or installed, and also get somebody to make sure that you have all the latest antivirus. But again, go to somebody who you know you can trust and get it done. If you think that your bank account details have been compromised, contact your bank immediately. Let them stop that card so that you can have a new one issued. You rather not take the risk of letting somebody else
Yeah.
be in possession of your card
Yeah.
details or your banking details.
Sure. So much to be careful of. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. So we've all heard the saying, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. But with so many holiday season specials coming our way, it's easy to forget this in all the excitement. So join us next week when SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay explains how to best avoid classified holiday scams.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABRIC.
If you're looking for a light and mouth-watering dinner, we've got just the answer with this amazing artichoke and parma ham flatbread that can be made in 20 minutes flat. Let's begin. Chef Clem, you always like putting us into these crazy time constraints in the kitchen, but I kind of like it for this festive season.
And this one is super, super easy.
Yeah.
So the trick is I've got some dough that's already been made. I actually used some of that dough that was made for the amagwinya earlier.
Yes.
And I put it into the oven, literally just on a sheet tray, and I baked it off, and then I kind of just cut it in half because I made 2.
Oh, that's perfect if you've got leftovers.
Then I've got these amazing pasta sauces. Pasta sauces can be used as pestos, by the way.
Okay.
Just saying. So if you find a pasta sauce that you really like I like this one, a lot of chili and a lot of flavor in there.
This is the chili garlic. Nice.
You and me and chili.
We're the same.
There we go,
We're
absolutely.
The same.
So the idea is that you're going to spread this over. This is essentially your tomato sauce.
Okay.
So the idea, it's summer right now. Pizzas are always great. Summer, winter, doesn't matter when.
Yeah.
This is a nice one when it is summer outside and you kind of focus on fresh ingredients. So we're not going to bake the pasta sauce, which you could totally do. You could actually bake it down on the bread first.
Okay, and kind of use it as a base.
Yes.
Okay.
I like it a bit fresh as well. Fresh is good. So then in front of me, I've also got some artichokes.
Yeah.
So do you want to open it? I already opened it up for you. You can kind of fish some
because
out.
you know Palisa would be struggling in the kitchen.
No, you got some strength there.
Thank you, Claire.
So you can just kind of dot that down, and a little bit of the oil. That oil gets on there perfectly fine because it's been marinating in there with like garlic and some of that artichokes.
So it also adds that extra flavor.
Exactly.
Nice.
So super easy, super easy.
Very easy so
that
far.
The sauce is down. Now talk about the ham. You can use parma ham, serrano ham, speck. It's all coming from a cured piece of pork ham. It's just how long and how the treatment they give to it. Oh, look at you, chef.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a bit of speck. Speck is going down. Again, if you really wanted to, you could cook it, but it's cured already. You don't need to cook it at all.
Yeah, so we kind of just dig in straight away.
And then how about you start tearing the cheese?
Yes.
Not just any cheese. Fiorellata, it's a speciality type of mozzarella.
And how does it taste-wise and texture-wise?
Very, very creamy. And that's another reason you don't want to really cook it. Like, focus on the beautiful flavors of your cheese, of your ham.
This is so surprising.
No,
I didn't
you
expect
cook it with your hands, yo.
Oh, and I just dive in?
With your hands, and you don't cut this one, you tear it.
Oh, okay.
And a little bit of that milky brininess gets on there. You want that.
Well, I'm definitely learning something new. I'm going to go home to Durban with new tricks of the trade when I prepare lunch for my family this Christmas.
Your mom's going to love it.
She's going to be like, I love Chef Clem, and she's going to send me back instantly because she's going to want me to come and cook some more.
Look at us, teamwork. Look at
Teamwork.
this. And it's that simple. All you're going to do then is a little bit of basil leaves, just for, like, again, more freshness. And then just some acidity.
Yeah.
I don't use a lot of it always. You'll never see me use it on the show. A little bit of balsamic.
Ooh, okay.
Just
I like that. I love balsamic, especially with bread.
Yeah, and look at that. Oh, by the way, balsamic goes on last. Don't do it like just before your guests come. Do it when your guests have arrived.
Nice.
Yeah.
And why is that quickly?
Kind of seeps through, kind of like it turns everything black. Do it last minute.
Okay.
Yeah,
do it
that's
last
it.
minute.
There we go.
So before I have to wash my hands, because now they're a bit dirty, this makes the perfect midweek meal and the perfect entertaining snack too. So to get the link to this recipe and ingredients list, SMS the keyword EAT to 33650. And if you've missed any of the steps, we've got your back. Here's a quick recap.
Just what we've been waiting for. It's all things fashion after the break as Bonolo Mataboge, the founder and head designer of AfriBlossom, showcases her latest collection.
Hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks. And you? I'm so happy to be here. You're my favorite person.
Is it still all or is it two? Is it still all or? What's wrong? Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to sit like a lady. Hi, Bonolo.
Vanessa.
Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Also, yeah.
You guys did make fresh magwinyas, eh? Did you make fresh magwinyas?
Yes.
1 minute.
In the pot.
Sorry, doll.
I like when you do that. It makes me feel like the Egyptian queen that I know I was.
In a past life somewhere.
In a past life, I know.
Come on, move closer to me. Yes?
Okay.
Stop. You can eat it.
You what?
I put it there and someone just took it and ate
Where?
it.
Yeah. Right here.
Your
To
what?
Bonolo.
Okay.
Clem, was it you?
I'm not going to
No, I
bite,
put
I
it
swear.
here.
Only if you ask, I'm
I
joking.
think Clem ate it.
You guys, did someone eat my fat cake?
It was
Wow,
definitely
guys.
Dingo. I saw him.
Yes.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Jeez, I'll do all of it, guys. I'll do all of it. Just,
Bonnie,
yeah, it's fine.
it's
It's absolutely
I'm not in the
fine.
mood to work.
Following in the footsteps of her grandmother, Bonolo Mataboge decided to become a fashion designer and start her very own fashion label called AfriBlossom, which caters for curvy ladies. Her label has been named as one of the top 10 most fabulous places to buy plus-size fashion clothing. Welcome to the loft.
Thank you for having me.
So I think, you know, your story is so interesting because a lot of people will go to like design school and they'll study and do their thing and then afterwards they'll leave and then go and intern somewhere and then like much later decide to start their own label. You just decided to drop out and then start.
I didn't decide to drop out. Life kind of happened to me. So I did go to design school and then in my first term I had surgery on my leg and then I contracted a very serious infection. So when I went to go see my surgeon, he was like, do you want to live or do you want to go to school? And I was like, I want to live.
No ways. What was the problem?
So I have Blount's disease. So this fabulous leg over here has had about 5 surgeries since I was 7.
So what is it called?
Blount's disease.
Blount's disease.
Yes.
And what
so
exactly is it?
It's a growth disorder. So it causes your legs to grow incorrectly. So you know like brackets, bowed legs?
Yes.
So children generally, they straighten out over time, but it gets progressively worse. So this leg straightened out through like non-surgical means, and then this one just refused to change. So then when I had a few surgeries when I was younger, they made a bit of a mistake where they stunted the growth too much, so my leg just stopped completely growing. And then they said, okay, we'll have to wait till you stop growing before we can operate again. So when I was 18, after matric, so I was a good student. I got 6 distinctions. So when I was going to go into university, I had the surgery just before. And basically what they did, they broke my leg in 2 places, put a bunch of pins in it, and they were going to grow it over about 43 days so that it could...
That's absolutely incredible, and still you're standing tall here today with us. Before we get into the fashion, you've already said that you had to kind of stop school to correct the leg. How else have you been able to overcome some obstacles and adversities that you found yourself in, but you kind of have to pick yourself up and keep going?
I think being young, people don't take me as seriously, and also not having gone through the traditional path of, oh, you don't have a degree, you didn't intern, so it takes a little bit more for people to take me seriously, like, oh, she is actually good at what she does.
Yeah.
You know what? In that instance, there's a time to previous, and then eventually, I think the degree doesn't count. After a while,
I think
you
now
speak
it's
for
gotten to
yourself.
that point, like being on that list top 10, being invited to shows like this is like, okay, I've made it, guys.
Yeah.
Like, this is my degree. Basically, the business years that I've spent, that was my degree.
Exactly, which is more valuable.
The
depending on
practical
what
experience,
you're doing.
yeah.
I
The
think
trial and error.
I think mainly with starting a business, because I always knew when I went to design school, I had no plans of working for anyone else. I always said I'm going to own my own business. So I just kind of fast forwarded that process.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you want to take us through the designs that you brought with us? And here we have our first one.
So I love African print, as you can see, and I feel like we should be able to wear it every day, not just on special occasions. So that's just like a little cocktail type dress that you can go to a wedding, you can go to the office, you can go for drinks with the girls. I like transitional pieces because I find as women, we want to do a lot of things, but then we don't always have the time to go and change this, change that. So you can just change your makeup, change your accessories, and you're good for day and night. And then that's my beach look, because I love like showing skin. I believe that curvy women are very much blessed, so we shouldn't hide. So the shorts are just there, you know, show a little bit of leg, and the top gives a bit of coverage where we're more conscious of ourselves, like the back fat, the rolls. So we cover up where the ladies want to hide and show off the best features of us. And I love hoodies. And I've just felt like I wanted a comfortable dress that I can wear out, but still feel cool that I can dress down if I wanted to wear sneakers. So yeah, it's just easy breezy, fun fashion. And especially with plus size, I find that the older market is more looked after and us younger girls not so much. So I try to create pieces where I could wear it. So that version that we're seeing right now is a version that I'll probably wear more short and fun. And then the version that's coming up is probably what maybe my mom or my aunt would wear. A little bit longer, a little bit more classy, but still with the same fun feel, because they like what we wear as well. They wanna wear what we wear, but it's not always age appropriate lengthwise and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I came up with these pieces.
And is that the reason for starting this label?
Yeah, because me and my mom are very close, but then we struggle to shop in the same places. And I feel like that shopping with your mom is something that like thin girls get to do, and for us it kind of gets cut off at a certain age. So I just wanted it to carry on, that we can wear the same thing, style it differently. Me and my mom can both wear this dress, just styling it differently. I'll probably wear a belt or whatever the case may be, just so we don't look like twins.
Yeah. Where do you mostly sell your fashion? Where is it available?
So at the moment, it's mainly on my social media pages, on Instagram and Facebook, but we are looking for retail homes. I took a little bit of a step back this year from being in retail and all of that to help my mom with her businesses and get into radio. So I've been kind of learning how to be in radio this year.
That's exciting. Nice. So, you know, everybody has different ways of being inspired. And I heard that when you're coming up with ideas and your creative process is usually having like crime TV on in the background.
Yeah, I'm
or
weird.
like a murder channel on.
I'm addicted to like serial killer documentaries.
Oh my goodness.
So even when I'm writing romance novels in the background, I'm hearing about like Ted Bundy and other weird crimes.
Why?
I don't know. I really enjoy it. Like, it's so interesting to me. I even saw someone, I was like, I feel like I'd be like if I were to be a criminal, I'd get away with it. Because I just sit there and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
How did you get caught? You made
Then why
mistakes.
don't you write
Like, I'm
crime
critiquing
dramas?
them. I think I like the building up to. I like the story of it, like, oh, this happened, and then this happened, and just how it's another way of creativity, even though it's kind of creepy, but it's like, wow, you chopped up a body, you put it in acid. What made you think of that? So it's another level of
You should definitely
crazy.
write crime dramas then.
Yeah. I did actually, in my last book, I just put a little bit of that. I had like a girl with the ex-boyfriend, and he was like sending her dolls that looked like her friends, and all sorts of weird, creepy things. He created a house that looked like their house when they were dating, and he put it in there. So yeah, I got a little bit inspired.
In the meantime, there's apparently a party going on in the kitchen.
And I wanted to ask you, Bonolo, you are so multifaceted and so multi-talented. Where do you want to see your range going?
Well, I'd like it to be the biggest range in Africa. That's my plan, dressing African women. As you can see, I cater to curves because I found that, yes, we've had plus-size clothing in South Africa for years, but it didn't always cater to the different body types. We're not the same bodies as women overseas, so that's my passion, dressing African women.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you certainly are so creative. It's so amazing to hear the things that you're up to.
I read that you started this because you can find clothes for yourself, right? What do you think a lot of plus-size women end up doing? Because we don't talk a lot about their challenges when it comes to finding clothing, we don't talk about what the alternative is. Do they then just give up? What happens?
I'm lucky in the sense that I'm kind of in a size where a lot of brands end, so I'm still able to shop a lot of stores, but then I found that like my mom, my aunts, my cousins would struggle, and I also wouldn't find things that were on trend that I wanted to wear. Yes, it fits, but is it me? So then I was like, okay, I'm sure there are people who like some of the things that I like, so why not create that? And what ends up happening a lot of the time, like we can't just wear clothes, we have to tailor them. I'll buy something, there's a problem here, I might have to get it open in the waist because it fits on this part, because we're not like proportional people. So some people have a bigger bottom, a bigger top, so we run into those challenges. So I was like, okay, how do I fix that? So a lot of my designing isn't just about looking pretty, it's the function of it, like, okay, how many body types can wear this?
Exactly. So we want to thank you so much for celebrating a universal issue, or people rather call it an issue, but we want to change the narrative. So thank you so much for helping us change the narrative.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
And thank you, ladies, and thank you, darling. Fabulous day with us.
So join us again tomorrow as we meet Nigerian-born pop culture blogger Moyin Oloruntoba, who is making her mark in the world of media through her popular YouTube channel called The A1. We also chat to an all-ingredient superstar rap duo consisting of artists Black Slim and Chinga Time.
Otherwise, see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining us. Mwah. Good night. God bless.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.